Start by giving all praises to the Most High, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, and the Holy Spirit, who taught us his truth, honors to the brethren that's laboring, doing the work to push the gospel, risking their life and freedom to do so. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, which would be 1/3 of the true Israelites who will be seeking their salvation during these last days. So we back with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. I think I may title this lesson, "The Microchip Implant Causes Cancer," something along them lines. So I'm going to take a different approach to this lesson. I had a video that I lost, searched the hard drives, couldn't find it, so we're going to take a different approach to this lesson. But first, we're going to hit Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. Who would this be the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They search out iniquities. When you search out something, that's you using your imagination. They accomplish a diligent search. So they go into depth into imagining what iniquity they can do next. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Yeah, they got a deep imagination. That's why you got nuclear weapons. That's why you got the hokey pokey. That's why you got LGBTQT. And that's why you got nigger culture. Those are all iniquities that Esau searched out and pushed on our people. But even besides that, them searching out iniquities, think of anything bad, evil, wicked you can imagine. Esau done already thought of it and took it to the next level, and he's practicing it in the earth because he got the power, the money, and the resources to do so. So other examples of iniquities that they search out: world domination, extermination of the human race, the extermination of the true biblical Israelites, making themselves like the Most High through their AI and technology, etc. Even sex changes, gender reassignment surgeries, those are iniquities they search out. But now we're going to hit Job chapter 12:7-8. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall teach thee, or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. So what this is telling you is that you can look to wildlife. You can look at nature, the earth, and the wildlife in it itself, and it would teach you spiritual points. That's why Yahweh Shai was always referring, to the mountains, the trees, the house built on a rock, etc. But again, look at the beasts of the field, the different animals, and look at the earth, and it'll teach you. But why did we bring this out after Psalms 64:6? Because Esau and him searching out his iniquity and accomplishing a diligent search, when Esau have a wicked imagination, he got to test it out on something, and he can't just test it out on the people, off back, because, that'd be too noticeable. So what? They search out iniquities and what? Ask now the beasts of the field, and they should teach thee. So often when Esau is searching out iniquity and he want to study the effects of something, he tests different animals. Yeah, he tests different animals. And again, ask now the beasts of the field, they should teach thee. I missed the point. So you can look at animals, the structure in a society, in a packs, behavior patterns, characteristics, and that's applicable to human life. But even beyond that, when Esau tests the effects of his iniquity on these animals, that's applicable to humans too. So he takes his wickedness and his evil and his iniquity that he searched out, and he used it on the animals, the things, on the wildlife, to get a deeper understanding of what effects that would have on actual people. But I got a little article that we're gonna get some reading into to um to study this a little further. All right, this article is titled "Why Are Mice Used in Testing for Human Diseases?" So you heard of lab rats, lab mice. That's a real thing. That's what Esau searching out iniquity. That's him doing a diligent search. He do it on his lab rats. And that's why Job 12:7, ask not the beasts, the earth, and they shall teach thee. All right, so we're gonna read some of this. Let me see. All right, according to the Jackson Laboratory, mice share between 95 and 98% of our genomes and most of the same diseases. So, from a biology standpoint, mice and humans are very similar as far as the anatomy and physiology concerning the genetic makeup and the diseases for many of the same genetic reasons. Okay, let me read this again. Mice share between 95 and 98% of genomes and most of the same diseases for many genetic reasons. They have been instrumental in the discovery of penicillin. See, discovery, that's what? That's searching out the discovery of penicillin and developing treatments for diseases such as polio, yellow fever, HIV, and AIDS. All right, let me see if we can find the point. Okay, here we go. There are even mice that are already born with impaired immunity, the result of a condition known as severe combined immunodeficiency. According to the Foundation of Biomedical Research, these mice can be used as perfect models for comparing normal and malignant tissues in humans. So what this is saying, that these lab rats are perfect test subjects when you want to look at the effects of medicine and disease on these mice, because it's very comparable and applicable to humans. So let's read this again. These mice can be used as perfect models as comparing normal and malignant tissues in humans. And then there are genetically modified, see, search out iniquity, genetically modified knockout mice, which have been available for over 2 dozen years. These allow scientists to make specific genes in the mouse inactive and then replace them with artificially created ones that better suit the purposes of an experiment. That's some searching out iniquity. That's that diligent search. That's what? That's the inward thought and the heart of every one of them being very deep. Because who could think of such a thing? All right, let's see what we got. More reasons why mice are ideal for testing. The reasons why mice make good candidates for animal testing are both practical and scientific. They are economical to keep their housing and husbandry needs are easily fulfilled, and their brief lifespans means they can procreate and offer several generations for observation in a very short time. So what? When Esau want to study the effects of cancer and disease and medicine and whatever he's testing, if he want to study it generations down the line, the mice are perfect because they can reproduce at a young age, and in a short span, you can get 3, 4 generations down the line in the over the course of a year, instead of waiting for 3 or 4 generations in human lifetimes, which can be hundreds of years. Multiple generations are especially important because it would be impractical and unethical to wait the years it would take to observe the results of medicine on subsequent generations of humans. So yeah, it would be unethical and impractical, meaning using humans to see these to see these effects of their testing is just work better for mice. With mice, numerous generations could be monitored for birth defects or mutations within a single year. Let's get this last one. So yeah, when you let's get this last paragraph. The Human Genome Research Institute asserts that having them inbred incest in controlled environments has produced offspring with nearly identical genetics. This allows for more uniform testing, searching out iniquity, and more accurate results. So, again, mice who reproduce young and fast, you can see the birth defects and mutations generations down the line. So when you got different products, cleaning products, medicine, etc., if they tell you on the back, don't take too many vitamins because this could cause liver damage, how do they know that? Because they already tested it on a rat. If they tell you don't mix these chemicals because it could produce a toxic smog that can lead to lung disease, bronchitis, or it could suffocate you, how do they know? Because Esau already mixed these chemicals up and tested it on lab rats. You know, even your everyday products, soap, toothpaste, hair products, a lot of times they put these products in the eyes of bunny rabbits, other small animals, and that's why you got the animal cruelty folks who against that, you know, that protest against these big corporations, saying, you know, stop your, you know, cruelty to animals, testing out these harmful chemicals on the animals just to make money off of it. And, you know, and when you see something on medicine, like if you take too many doses, you know, this could cause stomach ulcers. Esau done already used it on the mice and found out. Why? Well, going back to the statement that these mice can be used as perfect models for comparing normal and malignant tissues in humans. So yeah, you know, the warning label on the back of everything, even, you know, on these commercials when they promote their medicines. Then they talk to you in a soft voice real fast. They tell you the side effects. They already tested it on the mice. But that's what them accomplishing a diligent search, them searching out iniquity. That's the what? Them going to the beasts of the field and testing it on them first. Because they know what they see when they test stuff on the beasts of the field is also applicable to human life. But since we got that, let's get Revelation 13 to 16. So we know they tested out all kinds of different chemicals, medicines, etc. That's how they know the effects of it. But let's get Revelation 13 to 16. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And we know that this is the mark of the beast. It's no coincidence that they want to put microchip implants in the right hand, but also the microchip in the forehead, which is the region in and around the brain. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if the RFID microchip ain't the mark of the beast, then what is? Because this is going to be the legal tender. Cash will be made obsolete. The government is going to convert to a central bank digital currency. That's the wave of the future. This is going to be the only way to pay. So this is how we know this is talking about the mark of the beast. Well, he's going to cause everybody to get this mark. But let's jump forward to the book of Revelation 16 and 2. we're going to start to tie all this together. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, and upon them which worshipped his image. This is the same thing. Taking, receiving the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, is worshiping the image of the beast. The Lord is describing the same thing two different ways. That's a form of creative writing. But again, those who receive the RFID microchip, they're going to receive a noisome and grievous sore. But let's read this in the NLT. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring this over here. So the first angel left the temple and poured out his bowl on the earth, and horrible, malignant sores broke out on everyone who had the mark of the beast and who worshiped his statue. So horrible, malignant sores for those who receive the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. So let's look up this word malignant. Malignancy is a tendency of a medical condition to become progressively worse. So there's a lot of, most diseases become progressively worse over time. The term is most familiar as a characterization of cancer. So yeah, you might hear the phrase malignant tumors. That's describing the cancer's ability to spread and become worse. So malignancy go hand in hand with cancer. So when you read Revelation 16:2 again, so the first angel left the temple and poured out his bowl on the earth, and horrible and malignant cancerous sores, cancerous malignant tumors broke out on everyone who had the mark of the beast and worshiped his image. Now, I was really upset that I couldn't find this video, which I had a news reporting of an Edomite, going into detail, pretty much telling you these microchip implants, they cause cancer. All right, so remember, Esau the white man, he searched out iniquity. He accomplished a diligent search. The book of Job told us, ask now the beasts of the field. Look at the wild animals, and they can teach us very important things that's applicable to human life. Well, Esau does that through him testing out the lab rats. If it affects a lab rat this way, it could very well affect, humans the very same way. Because again, let's find this statement. These mice can be used as perfect models for comparing normal and malignant cancerous tissues in humans. And why is that? Let's go back up. Mice share between 95 and 98% of our genomes, our DNA, and get most of the same diseases for many of the same genetic reasons. So mice can also get heart disease, obesity. All right, so now we know that the microchip causes cancer. Let's pull out these articles, the remainder of these articles. This is NBC News. Medical microchip for people may cause cancer. How do they know that? They already tested it on the mice. Well, let's read for ourselves. When the USDA approved implanting microchips in humans, the manufacturer said it would save lives, letting doctors scan the tiny transponders to access patients' medical records almost instantly. The FDA found reasonable assurance the device was safe, and the sub-agency called it one of 2005's top innovative technologies. All right, let's keep going. But neither the company nor the regulators publicly mentioned this. A series of veterinary and toxicology studies dating to the mid-1990s, so they've been working on this mark of the beast for a long time, stated that chip implants had induced malignant tumors, cancerous tumors in some lab mice and rats. So they knew this, that the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, will cause cancer. They knew this way back in the 90s, yet they still pushing for it. The transponders were the cause of the tumors, said Keith Johnson, a retired toxicologic pathologist, explaining in a phone interview the findings of a 1996 study he had at the Dow Chemical in Midland, Michigan. Hey, that's the spirit. My dad is a chemical engineer, and he worked at Dow Chemical in Midland, Michigan. All right, so let's look up this word transponders so we can understand why the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, causes cancer. And this is going to be pretty small, but let me see if I can zoom in or make it bigger. Nope. All right. A transponder, a device for receiving a radio signal and automatically transmitting a different signal. That's an RFID microchip. Let's show a very simplified overview of this digital system that Esau is converting to. So 5G, 6G internet is the center of this new digital society that Esau is trying to erect. Over here, you got 5G towers. You got cars, boats, phones, buildings, and people that's being identified off the 5G towers by what? Radio frequency identification. What's that? The microchip. So the same chips that's going to be in the phone, same chip that's going to be in the vehicles, in these smart homes, they're going to be in the people. And they're going to receive and emit a frequency that's picked up by these 5G towers and everything else that Esau is building, allowing you to be connected to the grid, to be tracked and monitored and spied on at all times. But yeah, it's the transponders which emits and receives a different signal, which is the cause of the cancer. Leading cancer specialists reviewed the research for the Associated Press, and while cautioning that animal test results do not necessarily apply to humans, said the findings troubled them. Okay, so what the hell? You say these results of the transponder in the RFID chip implant does not necessarily apply to humans? Well, why are you troubled by the findings? Why did you test it on lab rats in the first place? And let's not forget that according to the Jackson Laboratory, mice share between 95 and 98% of our DNA and get most of the same diseases for many of the same genetic reasons. So we different creatures from mice, but biologically we're not that much different, according to Esau science. But again, he said that these findings don't necessarily apply to humans. Well, according to you, Esau, and your scientists, we damn near, 95, 98% similar. So why wouldn't it apply to us? Why did you test it on mice in the first place? And remember what they said, why they tested on mice in the first place? That these mice can be used as perfect models for comparing normal and malignant tissues in humans. So yeah, that's Esau lying to you again. Some said they would not allow family members to receive implants. Okay, if the microchip causing cancer don't apply to humans, okay, why are you reluctant to let your family members receive the microchip implants? This is medical device diagnostic industry. We're just going to get a little more of the same information from a different perspective. Could a microchip implant cause cancer? It's possible, according to a series of studies from the mid-1990s. The RFID chip, manufactured by Verichip Corp, is implanted via an injection in the upper arm and linked with medical records kept at a hospital's or doctor's office. Ultimately they want to put it in a hand. But that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. The Associated Press is reporting that veterinary and toxicology studies found that the RFID implants induce malignant tumors in lab mice and rats, while cancer specialists have warned that these results might not be applicable to humans. They are pushing for further research. But if it's not applicable to humans, why are you studying it in mice in the first place? Considering that mice would be the perfect model for gathering data and assuming it would be the same for humans. And the thing too, animals usually got a tougher immune system because, they outside in the wild, they can eat trash, dead things, rotten things. So if it made the mice sick, you could believe for damn sure it'll make the humans sick. And not to mention, the microchip is going to do way more stuff what's inside the human body, bombarded with 5G and 6G signals. All right, so now we're going to get this next article. And remember, we brought this out in the previous lesson. New cases of cancer in the U.S. expected to explode in number this year. So they expecting a rapid increase in cancer. Well, could they be saying that they plan on microchipping people this year? And we know that the microchip does cause cancer. So, could they be really telling us something without saying it? Of course, people die from cancer every day. The earth is polluted. But are they hinting at cancers from the microchip as well? And then also too, first human trials underway for cancer JAB. So what? They're gonna give people the RFID microchip, they gonna get cancer, and Esau already got a solution. He got a cancer JAB. Isaiah 47:12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. So the Lord said to Esau, continue on with your sorceries. You're going to need it if you hope to prevail against prophecy. And we bring this up, but we're going to bring it up again. This word sorceries. Pharmakia, where you get the word pharmacy, which we about to see. And that word sorceries, pharmakia in the Greek, the use of administering of drugs, poisoning. Then you see down here, medication, pharmacy, sorcery, witchcraft. And they're going to administer what? They're going to administer microchips. That will what? Cause cancer. Meaning what? It's poisonous, it's cancerous. So that microchip is just another form of their sorcery, along with their medication, along with the substance abuse that's pushed here in America. All right, but now we're going to get this last precept. Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Off top, Esau don't regard the life of his beasts. He see them as test subjects. He can do as he will with them. He breed them with the purpose of killing them. He breed them with the purpose of torturing them, testing all kind of chemicals and toxic stuff on them, radiation. So yeah, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. A wicked man does the opposite. He don't regard life for anything, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. We know what mercy is. Well, also too, we know that when we read Revelation 13:15, that what? And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And we know, according to Revelation 20:4, that what? Those who refuse The RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, they're going to be beheaded. But those who receive the RFID microchip, they're going to be spared. They're going to be shown mercy. So again, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Yeah, the wicked, Esau the white man, will have mercy on you if you receive the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. Yeah, he's going to spare your life. He's not going to behead you, but you're going to get cancer. So he's intentionally giving the people cancer. That's cruel. You spare their life just to give them a sickness that they're not going to recover from. And then you're going to give them another poison for the sickness that he got because of you in the first place. So yeah, Esau about to be standing on them enchantments and them sorceries. And yeah, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, causes cancer. And they knew this going back to 1996. It gave cancer to the mice and the lab rats. And the lab rats will be perfect test subjects for getting their test results and making them applicable to humans. Seeing that mice and human share between 95 and 98% of the same DNA and get the same diseases for the same genetic reasons. So yeah, the microchip causes cancer. That's that noisome and grievous sore for those who receive the mark of the beast. And then after you receive the mark of the beast, not only are you going to get cancer, you're going to be burnt with nuclear fire. So that's it for this lesson here. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.